Welcome back to Terror by the Bay. I'm David. Okay. Judge Merchan ruled on Donald Trump's 34 felony convictions and upheld them, basically saying that Trump's arguments that he had presidential immunity doesn't stand up. It doesn't change the decision on those verdicts. Now, this seems like a bit of a hollow victory because Trump is slated currently, as I record this, December 16th, slated to become the 47th President of the United States, and it's not like they're going to put him in prison while he is serving his terms. Now, afterwards, they may put him in prison, should he live so long. And of course, there will be the inevitable appeals, so on and so forth. But I want to look at the energy around Judge Merchan's ruling. I mean, we normally would be celebrating this. This actually should be kind of a no-duh moment. But it just seems hollow because there's nothing currently that would indicate that anything will happen because of it. Okay? So it's kind of like being found posthumously guilty of something. Well, that's great, but justice is a little bit late there. Let's look at the energy around Judge Merchan's rulings here. Okay, we got the Ace of Pentacles crossed with the Ace of Cups. This was the opportunity to have him actually pay a price for something that he did. And this is, no, it's the hush money payment, right? And hiding it from the American people. It's actually a really important case. You know, he had to review what the Supreme Court said. I think he vehemently disagrees with the Supreme Court, and he wants this guy in prison, but there's only so much he can do with it. Big hush money payments, money underneath all of it. In the past, the Page of Swords involving a young woman in the form of Stormy Daniels. I mean, young is a relative term. Was there really a spy in the camp? I don't think there was really a spy in the camp per se, other than you had people testify against Donald Trump. But this is just his bad behavior with women much younger than himself. Current situation is the Eight of Coins. Look at all of these coins here. Judge Merchan's done the work. He's done the analysis. The jury verdict came in. It should be upheld. But the problem is Trump's going to be the president. Overarching energy is like, you know, it's kind of like, yeah, but so what? What good is this? This case is effectively over. It's over in that Donald Trump, I don't think, is going to win any appeals, but it doesn't matter. Lesson to be learned is the King of Swords. You know, you can have all the justice on your side, but when push comes to shove, Trump managed to win this game. Unless Biden steps in. You got, to me, it's like Judge Merchan, the judge himself, would want to sentence him, but Judge Merchan, the person who has to how do you say it? It's kind of like the logic side says, yeah, Trump deserves to be in prison yesterday, but the practical side is, but we can't do that because he's going to be the president of the United States. Don't know what I was expecting to find when I did this reading, but can't say that this is overly surprising. Stephen Chung, Donald Trump's the mouth of Sauron body part that acts as his voice. His communication director says, of course, that this is a miscarriage of justice and it's not jurisprudence and blah, 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 blah. You know what? The guy did the crime. He got convicted of it. He delayed it. The Supreme Court gave him a gift and he didn't get held accountable. What are you complaining about? Take your victory and move on. But that's not Trump or his people's style. Trump will obviously appeal this. Will his appeals be successful? Ten of Cups. Certainly going to try. Let's see. Let's do the whole thing. 8 of Cups. And the 5 of Wands. How interesting. Yeah, I mean, he could take his victory because, it's going to be delayed for 4 years, but he doesn't. He always fights. He just always has to fight. He can't take the win. You know what I mean? Let's see. Good Lord, this case really impacted him. The 34 felonies. The threat of him going away actually propelled him. It probably forced the oligarchs to really propel him to victory. I'll put that in air quotes, in the election. This court case absolutely crushed him. And there wasn't much fighting from his supporters here. He's going to have to bear this burden the rest of his life. He did what he did. He can appeal, but what's going to happen with it? I mean, he could appeal. He may not live long enough to appeal it, basically, is kind of what I'm getting here. Or by the time it would come around to sentencing or him appealing it, it's going to seem like it's irrelevant. One of the things that we feared is that he would just get house arrest. We actually were kind of hoping he'd flee the country type of thing, but I don't see that happening in the current scheme of things. Is it really saying he's going to fight? I mean, he's going to fight it. He's going to fight it if he has to, but, he doesn't have to put a lot of energy into it right now. He will if... he might do it just to clear his name because he doesn't want to have that mark against him. And now that he's in the power of the presidency, he can use the full weight of the office to get him off of that. Or he could just save his money and just sort of put it on the back burner, just like this case is going to be on the back burner, and then ramp it back up again when it comes time to challenge it in the courts. Fooling his money are soon parted, and Donald Trump has been parted with his money his entire life. So, walks like a duck, talks like a duck.